morning. It's Wednesday, 8th of March 2017. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Daily News says, Government can seek compensation for losses. AG writes to Speaker. Attorney General Jayantha Jayasuriya has informed Parliament that the government can seek compensation for relevant parties in the event it occurred any loss in the Treasury bond issue of the central bank. The Attorney General has informed Parliament that he has instructed the Director of the CID to expedite criminal investigations on a written complaint made by the Central Bank Governor on a Treasury bonds issue on February 27, 2015. He had also directed the CID to report about the progress of the investigations to the Attorney General's department. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya yesterday in Parliament tabled a letter received from the Attorney General in reply to the COPE report referred to him. Another highlight says, Preventing drug trafficking by sea. President proposes stable legal order. President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday urged members of Indian Ocean Rim Association to adopt a comprehensive framework to prevent the trafficking of illicit drugs by sea. The president, in his address to the IORA Leaders Summit yesterday, said it was necessary to examine the dangers at sea such as piracy and terrorism. The president said the trafficking of illicit drugs by sea has become an industry of salt. Although various steps have been implemented to counter trafficking, there is no satisfactory end result, the president said. The highlight in the middle says, Allegations by Indian fishermen regarding death of fishermen. Amaravira calls for immediate investigation. Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development Minister Mahinda Amaravira, who has drawn immediate attention to allegations made by Indian fishermen regarding the death of an Indian fisherman, has written to the Defence Ministry Secretary to launch an immediate investigation into the matter to elicit true information. There's another highlight which says, Laws to make life insurance compulsory for risky jobs. Death compensation to double. Laws will be introduced to make life insurance compulsory for all workers engaged in risky employments. The compensation paid to the family on behalf of a deceased worker will be doubled, Labour and Trade Union Relations Minister W.D.J. Senaratne said. He said so at a discussion at his ministry with regard to the recent deaths of workers attached to factories such as Bogala Mine, Dal Factory, etc. Last year, 246 factory workers died due to accidents. And the highlight at the bottom says, Government presents supplementary estimate. The government yesterday presented a supplementary estimate of 134.4 million rupees to pay the monthly allowances of 1 lakh to each for an MP to maintain an office in accordance with the Cabinet decision on December 7, 2016. Let's now look at the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The top highlight says, UN resolution TNA divided on granting time to SL. The Tamil National Alliance, the main opposition in Parliament, is reportedly divided over its stance on the move underway in the United Nations Human Rights Council to grant the government a 2-year extension to implement the resolution adopted in 2015. Another highlight says, Fraud case Aksha Sudari allowed to go abroad. Colombo Additional Magistrate Jaram Trusky yesterday permitted actress Aksha Sudari to travel abroad. She is alleged to have defrauded an Indian businessman of 142 million rupees. The highlight in the middle says, Arrest of Intel officers risk to national security. Parliamentarian Venerable Athuraliya Rathanathera yesterday expressed his displeasure at the recent arrest of military intelligence personnel. The highlight in the middle says, Everyone is under the country's law including forces. Minister of Regional Development Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca yesterday said, The President, Army Chief and members of the armed services and all other citizens in the country should be under the country's law and there is no need to have any separate investigation boards as Parliamentarian Venerable Athuraliya Rathanathera had suggested. And the highlight at the bottom says, Bill to ratify Convention of Enforced Disappearances. The government yesterday presented a bill to ratify and implement the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, AG will file indictments in bond scam. The Attorney General yesterday informed Speaker Karu Jayasuriya that legal action will be initiated against those responsible for the controversial central bank bond issues only after the investigations by the CID have concluded. The highlight in the middle says, Speaker's ruling violates RTI, says TISL. The Prime Minister's office and the President's office have recently rejected a right to information request for asset declaration of the President and Prime Minister, citing a ruling by the Speaker of Parliament. And the highlight at the bottom says, Birthday celebration for Vimal in Parliament. National Freedom Front leader Vimal Veeravansa yesterday celebrated his 47th birthday. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.